hope you guys are having a wonderful Tuesday. It is extremely nice here in Spokane. Nice sunny blue skies that we are having. Right now it's about 74 degrees and it's about 9 a.m. I am going to be recording this video a little bit differently, so bear with me. I know I told you I was going to let you know on some tricks on getting your dog to be able to walk just like he is with a loose leash next to me. In order for me to show you that, though, I have to make him somehow pull on the leash. So I have some ideas on how to do that, because I know some things that, you know, are a little harder for him to not want to go faster. Like when my daughter and his sister Maya is walking ahead of us, then he tends to want to go faster because he wants to catch up to them. So I will be using a couple of those different tricks, getting him excited, and stuff like that. Anyways, I'm going to be trying to see if I can hold the camera firsthand for you. If not, then I will have my daughter do the camera part. So bear with me as I suck my hair in my mouth. Bear with me on that today, and hopefully I can give you some tips and tricks that will help you be able to have a nicer, relaxing walk with your dog. Now, first I want to say this. When you are out walking your dog, you need to decide, is this going to be a training walk or a leisurely walk just for fun? If it is a training walk, then yes, you want your dog to be right by your side the entire time. But if you are just out for a stroll, letting your dog go ahead of you, go behind you, go to the side of you, is actually really, really healthy for the dog, because they are getting new smells in, which makes dogs much more content. So I don't always make my dogs walk right next to me. I often will let them go in front, behind, to the side, smell things, slow down, speed up, that kind of thing. But I never let them get the leash tight. If the leash gets tight, that is where you need to fix something or address something, because you don't want them pulling you down the road, because that's not fun, that's not good for them, and that's definitely not good for you. So so making sure you're deciding, do I want my dog to be right by me the whole time, or am I gonna let them go out a little ways in front of me, as long as the leash is not being pulled on. So just make sure you do decide that, and you're not confusing your dog every time that you go out. When you first start, I always will say either let's go, which means like they can go in front of me a little bit, but if I say with me, that means they need to come back and be by my side. And so, deciding those words can be really helpful. So here we are. Right now, I'm going to see if I can get him to pull a little bit, because he is very excited. We go to this big field. I can't show it to you right now. Maybe I can. I'll turn around. So I go to this big field every morning for him, so he can run around and go potty and stuff. And he does tend to get excited sometimes. He is just on a normal collar and leash, but after I do the demonstration, I will show you a couple different things that you can use, especially if you're just starting to train your dog walking loosely, with just some different tools you can use. So I will get started. He's already kind of trying to pull me, which I am not letting him do, which is one of the first things I'm going to show you. So here we go. Okay, right before we get started, I also just want to add a verbal disclaimer here that I am not a certified trainer. I have learned a lot working with a trainer, working as her assistant, and so I have learned a lot of techniques, a lot of tools, and I am just passing those tools on to you to hopefully make your life with your dog just a little bit better of an experience. So that said, I am not a certified trainer. I'm not going to show him right now because he's using the bathroom, but I am not a certified trainer, so just keep that in mind. Okay, Okay, now that he's done using the bathroom, we will get started. So I stopped, he stopped, so I might have to try to get him a little wound up to get going. Let's go, Lincoln. Come on, let's go. Okay, so right now, as you can see, the leash is very loose, which is what we want to happen. Now, as soon as that leash gets at all tight, I'm gonna show you. Okay, so it's getting tight. You stop. You literally just stop. Because what the dog wants is to move forward. That is a reward for the dog. He's not getting to move forward. So this is the part that gets boring. You want to stop like this and just stand there and wait. Now, this can take a while. So maybe have your phone, something for you to do, because this is waiting. Your dog needs to realize, like, that, why am I not being able to move forward? And he's going to start trying to figure it out. Now, the one thing you can do to try to help them along is, and this is the thing I do, Lincoln. Yes, good boy. Now, when I said his name, he then returned to my side. When he did that, I then gave him that cue word that I taught you a couple weeks ago, and rewarded him. Now he realized, oh yeah, I'm not supposed to pull on the leash. I'm supposed to be, just walking along, and a second that leash will get tight. Normally he naturally pulls back to me a little bit, knowing that that's what he did. But that time he didn't. He was looking at the field and not paying any attention to me. Now I stop, he stops. That will be in another video on how to get them to just naturally stop and wait when you do, and then, continue on when you continue on. We are just waiting to cross the busy road, and he then he started to go in front of me. Lincoln, hey, good boy, good boy. So he came back to my side. Very good. Okay, now this is the part that gets a little tricky with me and him, is that a lot of times crossing the road, he gets excited because he's that close and he'll pull. And what am I going to do? Stop in the middle of the road? No, I really can't. But if he's still pulling, when I get over here, I do stop and I do stand here, and I'm sure cars look at me like I'm an idiot. But you know what? I don't care. Because that's just the parties. Yeah, so in this next little area, I'm hoping he might do it again, just because he's excited to get to that spot where we take his leash off. But he's being such a good boy that I don't know, I might have to do my other tricks with my daughter. Go, let's go. Okay, so see how I got tight and he naturally just stopped because he realized it? That's where you want to get to. But I'm not able to get there at this point by myself, so I'm gonna have to get my daughter out here to get him to try to pull, so I can kind of show you some other techniques besides just the standing still method. So I will be right back. Okay, I'm gonna start this one. We're gonna do it off leash here over in the field. Which I'm gonna do is just, he's next to me walking, and when you first start this, you want to take 2 steps, give him a treat. 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 Okay, go play. Now, you want to repeat this over and over and over. And when I say give him a treat, I don't mean pull out a piece like that. No. Because he's going to get full very quickly, okay? I mean a piece like that, or even half of that. That's all the dog needs. And he's following me. I haven't told him he has to, but he is. He knows I have a treat in my hand. He knows it's small, but he doesn't care. He just wants that treat. Good boy. Go play. So that is what I mean. You give them a pea-sized treat every couple steps. Now, when they get really good at that, go every 3, 4, 5, 6 steps. Eventually, your dog just naturally wants to stay by your side. They have learned that when they are by you, they get rewarded for being by you. And that makes them want to do it. So that is how you can really start your dog off with walking right by your side. Now, in order to do this, you need to have a treat pouch, unless you're really coordinated. I am not. So a treat pouch so that you can be walking along and have treats with you. Now he has stopped here because I have taught him to stop where this little dip is. He's not supposed to go past it without his leash because there is a pretty busy road right there, and I just don't care how trained a dog is. It's just not a good idea. Lincoln, come here. Okay, so I finally got him to where he's actually pulling me just a little bit, not a lot, but enough to where I can kind of show you the next technique. Lincoln, with me. Good. And that's all you got to do. So in order for them to do that is they have to know their name. So I will do a side video here on playing a game so that they really get to know their name. So that is another step. Is you know, anytime your dog can get a little far in front of you, go, Lincoln. This way, Bubba. Go. Like this right now. I will just, Lincoln, with me. Good. Then when he's with me, I give him a treat again. And your dog eventually will learn, like, oh, if I stay by her again, I will get a treat. So this is just another technique you can use besides just giving them a treat every, few steps, is allowing them just to kind of wander around. But yeah, if they do get a tight leash, to just kind of bring them back in with you, show them, yeah, here, I'm still here, I'm still at the end of the leash, so don't forget about me, kind of a thing. So if I can get him to go ahead and pull again, I will show you that other technique one more time. Okay, so in order to get the leash tight, I actually threw a treat up ahead of us. He wants to get it, but he's not going to be able to. Now pretend this is a dog that he really wants to learn, go say hello to. He's going to have to learn that his leash has to be loose. Then he is going to be able to get it. Yes! Good boy! So, did you see that? The second that his leash went loose, I allowed him then to move forward and get what he wanted, which was the treat. So this is a good tip. It teaches them they are going to be rewarded when they do not have a tight leash. They feel that leash. They know what it is. So this is just another technique that I have used to get them to learn, oh, the second my leash is loose, I get what I want. So it's just another technique. I know I keep saying my loose is leash. I'm getting all tongue-tied here, guys. Bear with me. Okay, so first we're gonna do this. It's called the Easy Walk harness. It's very easy to put on, very dog friendly. They don't, it doesn't bother them. The nice thing about this one is, now it hooks in the front. So your leash goes right here in the front, and you want to get a close-up on that? You can actually just use your fingers, close up. So it hooks here, and what happens is when they pull, he won't, but when you're walking and your dog pulls, it does this, so it kind of throws them off balance. So any way you have it going back, if they pull at all, it pulls them off. So it gets them, they don't like that. So it does help a lot in the pulling. If your dog is a heavy puller, this is a great tool, especially in the beginning when you're first really learning to get your dog to walk with you. Now another tool that this is even for more beginners, puppies, if you're walking out maybe with there's a lot of ice or uneven terrain and you can't afford for your dog to pull at all. Now he hasn't worn this in over a year, so you're gonna get a real, candid look of what your dog might do when they put it on, because they don't necessarily love it, but it goes right over their nose just like this. It doesn't hurt them. They should be able to open their mouth, eat. It doesn't, people look at it and think, that looks like a muzzle. It's not. They can fully do everything they can when they don't have it on. You can loosen it and tighten it down here, so it's real loose. You want to have it so that they can easily eat, drink, do anything they could when it's not on. This piece right here then hooks to their collar. This ensures that if your dog happens to slip it off, you don't lose your dog. If your dog gets it off of them, the old ones, bye-bye dog, but now it is attached, so even if your dog does get it off of his face, sorry Bubba, you won't lose your dog. Your leash hooks right here to this clip right here, and it almost works like a bridle would work on a horse. It works similar in a way that a bridle would work on a horse. And it really helps the point. Now, some dogs really hate these, especially at first. You have to get them used to them. So just sidetrack them with treats until they really get used to it. He is more focused, and I think I'm out of treats right now, but that's okay. So anyways, these are some tools. He's gonna scratch it on me now because he says, I don't like this. But when I did use this when he was a puppy, it took me maybe 3 or 4 days to get him used to it, and then he didn't even notice really that it was there anymore. So just take your time with this one. Don't give up on it right away. But these are two things that are really dog friendly that can really help in the beginning when you're getting your dog to not pull on the leash. Okay, so I'm hoping that these tips will help you to have a walk that is nice, leisurely, relaxing, that you're able to just walk with your dog and enjoy them and not feel like they're gonna pull you down the road, not dread that walk, because they need it. It's good for us to get out there and walk as well. It gives us a little exercise, but most importantly, really will get your dog to a more content state of mind. And it's not just the physical exercise, it's the mental exercise, the doing those training techniques with them, and also with them being able to go to new areas, new places, new smells, new sights. It really helps them to be a more fulfilled, content dog, which then will make your household much nicer and easier to be with your dog. So I hope this helped. If it didn't, go ahead, let me know in the comments if you have any other questions. I will try to answer them. If I can't, I will try to find somebody who can. And yeah, if you liked this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. But we are going to move along to the drafting table. So he'll probably be snoozing, but I'll see you there. Okay everybody, so I guess I lied to you. We are not going into the drafting table today. Yes, today's been kind of a sporadic day, so I'm so sorry the video's kind of all over the place. My head's kind of elsewhere right now, but the tip I want to give you guys today for your diamond paintings are how to choose one. So you hear so often of people buying them and having, you know, bad drills, popping drills, bad canvases that aren't sticky, canvases that don't turn out the way that they thought they would. People doing customs and having them turn out horribly, and people spending, you know, their money and maybe not even getting all the drills that they need. So my advice to you on this is, do your research before you buy. So if that means to read reviews, then that means to read reviews. If that means ask your community in a Facebook group that you might be in, do that. If that means messaging some YouTubers saying, hey, have you used this company before? What company would you recommend that I go to that you find, you know, has good accountability with all of these things? So the most important thing you want is a company that's going to stand behind you. If you don't get the drills that you should get, they should immediately send you those, no questions asked. If you run out, same thing. if you have any problems with the canvas or anything, they should be fixing these things for you. If they're not, then the next time you buy, you might want to buy elsewhere. If you like AliExpress, Home Fun is really good on there. Evermoment, Evershine, New Frog, which they have a different name now that I can't remember, but all of those places are excellent on there. But if you're looking for a new one on there, that's fine. Just read the reviews and ask questions before you spend a ton of money. Maybe buy one that's a little smaller there first before you go and spend the $60 or something to buy a big one. And the other thing when you're doing this is just, you know, you can do round or square. Now some people are people who only like to do round, and some people only like to do square. I like to do both. I like doing round, especially when I'm in like more of a relaxed mood where I just want to just do it kind of not thinking about it. But I like to do square because it does give me a little more of the challenge on getting them in line straight, and I like the way it looks. But I like the way rounds look too. They both kind of add a different look. So depending on what you're looking for is going to depend on if you want to buy round or square. But don't be scared to buy the square paintings. I know people say, oh, they're so hard, they're so this. They're not. If you want to try square, don't let being scared of it stop you. Try it. See if you like it. If you don't buy it again. That's as easy as that. So those are kind of my tips on that. You know, my favorite places, I really like Diamond Art Club because they have the best customer service I've ever seen. They listen to their customers, and I have had never a problem with their canvas. Maya, you stay. Sorry, another dog is walking by. I've never had a problem with their canvas. I've never had a problem with their drills or anything. They are a US-based company, so you get it quicker. You don't have to wait quite so long. Plus, I do like to support, you know, companies that are here in our country. And so they're a great one. I know Paint with Diamonds is another one I've used before that they're pretty good. And so if you're gonna buy on Amazon, make sure that's the place I would say to read the reviews the most, because there are some really good places on Amazon. I have bought some amazing, beautiful diamond paintings on there for a really good price. You just make sure you read the reviews when you are buying on Amazon. My favorite company on Amazon right now is Kotart, K-O-T-A-R-T. I will try to remember to link that in the description below, but they are the best I have found so far on Amazon. But I hope this helps you when you are looking to buy one. If you are wanting one with a lot of detail and to really look like the picture that you have found, bigger is always better, because the smaller you go, the less detail you get. So just remember that when picking one out, that, you know, a 20 by 20, you're not going to get much detail. Is it going to be a better price? Well, sure it is, but you get what you pay for. So if you want it to really look like that picture you're choosing, then you want to get at least a 40 by 40. My favorite size is either 30 by 40, but I really like the 40 by 50s because they're not too big, but you get the detail that I'm looking for. So everybody likes different things, and you know, and that's okay. And that's the other thing to remember. It's okay what you like. It doesn't matter if somebody else likes it. It's not their artwork, it's your artwork. So just keep that in mind when you are purchasing your diamond paintings. Don't forget, ask people questions. Most people would love to help. So that's all I have for you today. And don't forget, even if it's cloudy where you are, don't forget to shine yourself. Bye, everyone. Please remember that I am not a certified trainer. These are just the things I have learned. I do hope that they help you. I'm sorry the video is a little bit sporadic today. Don't forget to check out that other video I will be posting later today or tomorrow on how to play the name game so that your dog can learn its name well enough to where you can call it as you're walking and you can get their attention easier.